this guy. So we got to prep early. We know how to do math. Let's get that screen straight. Let's get that camera down. How's everybody doing? I guess that means we're going to really be starting at 6 o'clock now, which means that we were always 2 minutes late. Let's get into it, you guys. Trump, Family of Virginia Giuffre demands release of Epstein information. How you doing, Liberty? Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman, Liberty and Justice, Rebecca, Batty Lynn, Cat Dad. Hope everybody's good. Okay, I hear it. And we're good. And I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Now that you like to work, might as well go berserk. We about to get the herb. Yeah, come on. You about to go to work. Wind it up. We gonna really start at 6 o'clock. Don't have to fake no fly. We about to really rock. Come on, baby. Let's get it. I could. Yeah. Ole. And y'all know what we about to do, right? We gotta get those paws straight. We gotta open up those paws. We gotta, and the fingertips are really going this morning. I hope everybody's having a good one. That's right, that's right. That's how we do it. Y'all already know how we do it. We do this every morning. And one thing we didn't do, even though y'all know this is how we do it, we've never done, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Oh, this is how we do it. Oh, this is how we do it. It's Friday night and it feels all right. The party's here on the west side. So I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the hood cause I'm faded. All the honeys in the hood say money, yo, we made it. It feels all good in my hood tonight. The summertime skirts and the guys in canais. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-bys. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid. So lift up your cup and turn the party up and let me hear your party say, I'm kind of buzzed, this all because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. This is how we do it. To all my players that got much flavor, yeah. I'll never go back on an old school track. I'm kind of buzzed, this all because that was how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. Oh my God. Y'all know why I'm amped up, right? Because if it, pump that beat. It's Friday the 26th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Friday, I done sang songs, I danced around. Y'all gonna let me catch my breath. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning this day. Yes, y'all know where y'all at. This is where y'all know where y'all want to be at, right? Because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be up right now. And this is what I do every single morning. Thank you guys for chiming in right now. We're a little bit off with the time, but we're never off with the love or off with the inspiration. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. It's your boy Boogotti. Y'all know what it is. It's time for our bottom line. Let me see who we got up in the chat right now. Who we got up in the building right now? We got my brother, Casey, like no other. How you doing, my brother, Casey? We got Lunchbox up in the building this morning. Good morning to everybody. We got Liberty and Justice ready and wrenched up and ready to do it. Who else we got up in here? We got Batty Lynn also ready, wrenched up, and ready to do it. Who else we got up in the building? Come on, y'all. Let me give y'all shout outs and all y'all love. Come on, let me see who's in the building. Start saying anything. Put up a number, put up a letter, put up anything so I can see who's up in the building. Because y'all know what I'm going to wind up having to do, right? If y'all don't let me see it. That's right, Mark Dorfman, Liberty and Justice. We got, who else? We got Liberty and Justice up in here. So guess what? Even though she might not be here right now, y'all know what we gonna do, right? We gonna give my sister a shout out. That's right, shout out to my homegirl, our sister, the one that we love, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, that's normally always chiming in from, and she's here, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now it's a show. Now it's a show. Y'all ready? It's time to go. Y'all know what I'm going to say. I got a fully loaded clip. And you know what? I'm going, I got 5 on it. I got 5 videos that I'm going to stack at a time and bring to y'all. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point, and this way we have a fantastic show. Rebecca, everybody up in here with the wrenches, let's make sure we take care of those trolls today. Anybody that's up at 6 o'clock in the morning playing games, playing around, we getting you up out of here. But guess what? We're going to do it with a smile. And guess what I'm going to say to you guys right now? Let's get into these titles. Let's go, guys. What do I have for you this morning? I have Trump. The family of Virginia Giuffre demands a release of all the Epstein information. You guys, this is going to be a real one here because yes, they're still pressing, still pushing, trying to come forward and demand that the DOJ release everything. All of the files. I already told you, I want to see the pictures that Jeffrey Epstein used to show when he used to show off. But we got to keep on moving forward, you guys. What else do we have here? We have a terrifying moment that a giant sinkhole swallows the road outside of a Bangkok hospital. I don't know about their buildings and about their structures, but I do know about some of the equipment that they make. And I would have to say, sometimes it's not always the best. No disrespect to Bangkok. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What else do we have last but not least? We have the authorities in West Virginia. They seized pills 100 times more potent than, yes, that Fetty Wap, that fentanyl. That's right, you guys. It's 100 times more potent. It's an elephant tranquilizer. When I show you the difference, you're not going to believe this. We got a phenomenal show lined up for you guys today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Get up, y'all. It's time to get up. Hope y'all got y'all drinks and everything. Oh, and another thing, you guys, the tie means absolutely nothing. I just like different colors, and that's it. Not a Republican, not a Democrat, and I'm not an independent. I'm a human being. Just for some people that may think that this tie represents something else. I like colors. I might wear pink one day. Why don't y'all tell them? That's what we do it. Don't tell them. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep moving forward. What I got for you over here? Let's get into this breaking news where Trump went in. This is what we call it. Trump went in on Iran a little bit yesterday. He says they're gone. Not going to say that D-E-A-D word. Trump brags about a nation of an Iranian general right in front of the UN delegation. This kind of goes back to the last time when he said, you shouldn't touch a hair on any of our warriors' heads. He really doesn't care about the stuff that he says, y'all. He's really like razor with it when he says stuff. Check this out.
Offer the hand of American leadership and friendship to any nation in this assembly that is willing to join us in forging a safer, more prosperous world. And it's a world that will.
Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Come on in.
Here with a dramatically better future is within our reach. But to get there, we must reject the failed approaches of the past and work together to confront some of the greatest threats in history. There is no more serious danger to our planet today than the most powerful and destructive weapons ever devised by man, of which the United States, as you know, has many. Just as I did in my first term, I've made containing these threats a top priority, starting with the nation of Iran. My position is very simple. The world's number one sponsor of terror can never be allowed to possess the most dangerous weapon. That's why shortly after taking office, I sent the so-called Supreme Leader a letter making a generous offer. I extended a pledge of full cooperation in exchange for a suspension of Iran's nuclear program. The regime's answer was to continue their constant threats to their neighbors and U.S. interests throughout the region and some great countries that are right nearby. Today, many of Iran's former military commanders, in fact, I can say almost all of them, are no longer with us. They're dead. And 3 months ago, in Operation Midnight Hammer, 7 American B-2 bombers dropped the 30,000-pound each bombs on Iran's key nuclear facility, totally obliterating everything. No other country on earth could have done what we did. No other country has the equipment to do what we did. We have the greatest weapons on earth. We hate to use them. But we did something that for 22 years people wanted to do. With Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity demolished, I immediately brokered an end to the 12-day war, as it's called, between Israel and Iran, with both sides agreeing to fight no longer.
Okay, you guys, we got to keep on moving forward because we have more information from the president. This time, he's getting into Brit Hume is basically talking about his situation with Putin. At first, you guys knew he was like, okay, I can end this war, no problem. Vladimir and I were friends. His tone has changed a little bit. We got a lot in the clip. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Stay on topic. Let's go.
Is Fox News chief political analyst Brit Hume. Brit, good evening. Your assessment, you heard the Finnish president and what has transpired over the past couple of days, which really, to his words, seems to be a game changer.
Well, it certainly is a switch from the position that President Trump earlier took with regard to Ukraine's prospects in the war with Russia. You'll recall, and you actually played the clip earlier where he was saying to President Zelensky, you remember back in February, that Ukraine had no cards to play. And he's at times has accused Zelensky and Ukraine of starting a war. He's changed his tune completely, and now he says not only that they can win the war and drive Russia out of the territory it has conquered since the invasion. That is a strikingly different thing to say, and he's now belittling Russia's military power as a military operation that has failed to gain any significant ground in quite some time. At the same time, though, Brad, I think it's worth noting that what he is talking about happening now, apart from selling weapons through NATO, which costs the United States nothing and might even make money to the United States, is not anything new here. You know, there's been talk of new sanctions on Russia. There's been talk about kicking them out of the international banking system, secondary sanctions against China, perhaps. There are some against India. But beyond that, the president didn't really promise to do anything. He's just changed his tune about the possible outcome of the war.
And changed his tune about Vladimir Putin, who, is it fair to say, Britt, you think kind of embarrassed President Trump because he went so far to try to get a diplomatic deal, and then those attacks escalated exponentially from Alaska on.
We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Like I said, I got a lot to get into. We got so much more to get into. I got a lot more coverage. I want you guys to stay on point because, again, what did President Trump say? Ukraine seems like they can actually probably win this thing. 3.5 years? Russia, are you a paper tiger or what? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of footage right here of a drone that was supposed to pow a soldier, but he changed his mind. He actually gave him a bottle of water and told him to follow him out of the line of fire. Believe this, I think even the soldiers, you guys, they're tired of powing and illing each other. Check this out. I would never expect somebody to do this while they're in the times of war. Check this out. We got a Ukrainian frontline battalion has filmed its drone-led rescue of an injured Russian soldier. This is a Ukrainian drone about to save a Russian soldier. They don't want to fight no more. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't think they want to fight no more, y'all. I think they're being forced. All right, so now he sends it down there. Missed him. Now watch. Watch this. He's praying. So it says the K2 battalion, which is part, there's no audio. The K2 battalion, which is part of the Ukrainian army's 54 brigade, posted this video. He's like, don't, because that's it. He can get him right there. Please don't. Like, I'm begging you. And instead of him dropping a B on him, what did he drop on him? The drone operator decided not to injure the Russian soldier, and instead he dropped a water bottle. Then he had a note attached to it. I don't know what that note says. It's in Russian or in Ukrainian. And then he had some sort of medicine he gave him so he can help himself out while he was out there. How's he videotaping all of this? Like, come on. They don't want to do this. And now he's going to lead him out of there. He's led across no man's land to Ukrainian trench. It is unclear whether the video was shot, where it was shot, although they know it was shot there. He's so tired and beat down, he keeps on falling down. That drone could have took him out at any time, but instead he leads him out. Now he's smoking a cigarette, trying to relax, getting himself together. The video appears to be a part of the sophisticated recruitment for the K2 battalion. Maybe they're trying to get them to turn on the other side or whatever like that, but he spared his life. That's what's going down, you guys, right there. And to me, yeah, guess what? Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. That's something that I would love to pray about right there, because that was a life spared. Thank God for the person that was operating that drone, that having a heart, because if he wanted to, he could have did much, much greater damage and took a life. So he spared one. And for that, we say amen. Good story. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you started off. We got to, man, why we going to go right into that? And then we got another bad situation after it. We got a man that was pow while allegedly trying to real snob an off-duty NY police officer in Penn Station. Maybe he deserved to get that, y'all. What y'all think? He tried to, check this out, y'all. Let's go. I'm going to show you guys this right here. I don't know if y'all going to believe this one right here. This is crazy. Check this out. Breaking news.
News at Penn Station. A man tried to rob a couple, but what he didn't know, they're off-duty cops.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger at the scene with all the details. Josh?
Joe and Sandra, these two officers are married. They're husband and wife and had just worked a tour providing security to dignitaries at the UN General Assembly. Who knew the ride home from work would be the most dangerous part of their day? It was quite a shock for a trainload of commuters bound for Ronkonkoma tonight, who watched, stunned, as police tended to the bleeding suspect in the middle of the platform. The man shot in the arm and abdomen by an off-duty NYPD officer.
Hey. That's what you get?
It started at the height of rush hour when police say the man threatened and tried to mug an off-duty cop who was heading home with his wife, also an officer. The assailant wound up in a scuffle with the husband, and that's when police say the wife pulled her gun and fired, hitting the suspect. Police spent hours trying to make sense of the scene as the nightly commuter mayhem swirled around them. Sources say the 32-year-old suspect, who lives in a shelter in Brooklyn, has 5 prior unsealed arrests, mostly for assault and menacing, including one alleged assault just last month. And the investigation does continue. That suspect was hospitalized at Bellevue Hospital with a non-life-threatening injury. The husband, the officer he was scuffling with, suffered a laceration to the head. So why did the other officer pull the trigger? Police say they're investigating whether the suspect had simulated having a weapon. Turned out he was not armed. Service here at Penn Station was uninterrupted throughout, and everything seems more or less back to normal.
Why don't I feel sorry for him? Why do I not feel any remorse for this guy? Because I think he got what he deserved, and more people like him are gonna be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be down there trying to get anybody for their dough. How about that? Thought that it was going to be a Batman situation, right? You guys know what I'm talking about when they came at Batman's mom and dad after they came from the show, right? Didn't go that way. Kind of went the reverse way, and he got something hot in him. Yeah, pow, pow. woo, they're going to think twice the next time they try to run up on another couple in Penn Station of all places. That was stupid. And he got what he deserved. Sorry to say it like that. You guys probably don't agree with me, but hey, you don't always agree with everybody. We're going to get on over now. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. I know a lot of people don't agree with me. You guys feel like some of that stuff is not fair, but you know what? I think that, what do they say? An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Hey, if he would have got them, he would have got away with their money, right? Let's keep on moving. We got this former French president, Sarkozy, who's been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Why do all this corruption when you old? Even, man, listen. Yeah, I go to France. We go everywhere. We go everywhere with our stories. Let's get it going.
Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy is headed to prison. A Paris court found him guilty of accepting
campaign money. Wow. Campaign money.
So congested.
Taking campaign money, and homeboy done been on house arrest for probably about 3 years already. Now he got to go be on in real jail arrest for another crime that he committed. Let's go, y'all.
Funds from the late Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi and promising to help Gaddafi improve his public image in exchange. Now he's sentenced to 5 years in prison, and surprisingly, the court ruled he will be incarcerated even if he appeals. Sarkozy maintains his innocence and says the case was politically motivated. Let's bring in ABC's Inez de la Quatara for more. Inez, this was much harsher than expected.
Hey, Diane, that's right. Yeah, and the key piece of information here is what you just said, that he's going to have to be incarcerated no matter what happens next, even if he appeals. So he will become the first former French president to be incarcerated. Sarkozy, ever since he left office, has had run-ins with the law. He's faced a number of trials. In 2021, he was sentenced to prison as well. But in that case, he was allowed to serve that prison sentence out at home wearing an electronic bracelet. That's not going to be the case this time around. This case revolves around his time as Interior Minister back in 2005. Prosecutors claim that he struck what they are calling a corruption pact, so that he struck a deal essentially with Libyan officials, with the former leader of Libya, basically offering up diplomatic favors in exchange for campaign financing, for his winning 2007 campaign. I will say the court in the end says that it couldn't prove that any Libyan funds actually made it to Sarkozy's campaign, but they were very clear that doesn't matter here, that just the intent and what they called a corrupt scheme is what matters here. And so again, he's going to have to face 5 years in prison. He says he's going to appeal. He says he's going to fight it. He spoke to reporters as he was leaving the courtroom. He said that this was, injustice. He called it a scandal. He said, if they really want me to serve time in prison, then I will sleep in a prison with my head held high.
But that's what you're going to have to do, buddy, because guess what? You got locked up and they ain't letting you out. You're going to have to appeal that, and while you're from the inside, my brother. They said that straight up. Even if you try to appeal, you're going to have to do that from the inside. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got some breaking news. Excuse me. Kash Patel reveals shocking new information about the Power who powwowed the ICE agents at the facility, finding out more and more information about him. You guys, do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. I'm trying to load you up before you get up out of here this Friday. Let's keep it moving, you guys. I got one more for you after this, and then I'm coming to the comments. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Standing by. First, let's go to Brooke Taylor reporting from Dallas. Brooke.
Hi, Harris. Well, first, we have new information right now coming in from the FBI Director, Kash
Good morning,
Patel, who
everybody.
says
Good
that
morning.
officials have
Thank
been
you,
working
Doc Focus.
around
Thank
the clock,
you, Doc
24/7, to go through this
Everybody,
shooter's
love for
phone and
Doc
find
Focus.
a possible motive. And what they found is pretty shocking. We want to pull up this post on X. This was posted again by FBI Director Kash Patel just in the last hour. He says the perp downloaded a document with a list of DHS facilities. He conducted multiple searches of ballistics and looked up the Charlie Kirk shot video in the last 2 days leading up to the shooting. According to the FBI director here, the shooter also searched apps that track the presence of ICE agents. And listen to this. He says that there was a handwritten note that was recovered that said, quote, "Hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think, is there a sniper with AP rounds on the roof?" The FBI also released a picture of anti-ICE messages written on rounds that were found next to that shooter. Officials say this attack was a result of dangerous anti-ICE rhetoric.
Thank you, Angry.
Officials say the gunman was firing at that ICE facility from the rooftop of a nearby building. He fired indiscriminately with bullets flying all around, inside and outside that building. He also hit a van in the Sally Port that was carrying 3 illegal migrants. Officials say one of them died and the other was taken to the hospital. Sources close to this investigation shared this picture of the shooter's driver's license with me. He is identified as 29-year-old Joshua John. Officials say he shot and killed himself when officers cornered him. The New York Post reports that his mother posted a series of anti-gun rants on Facebook just a few years ago. Those rants were aimed at Republican lawmakers, including Senator Ted Cruz, who spoke here at this press conference yesterday.
Politically motivated violence is wrong. It was 2 weeks ago today that we saw a political assassination in Utah that tore the heart out of much of this country. This is the 3rd shooting in Texas directed at ICE or CBP. This must stop.
I'm gonna have to let Tom Holman come in right now. I'm speaking right now so that they know that we can do this and we're breaking, and we're gonna keep on going.
And at the same facility, there was a bomb threat in August. And then in July, a police officer was shot in the neck in an ambush-style attack outside of an ICE detention facility here in Alvarado, Texas. But Harris, there has been a lot of questions about what the motive is. And I think those documents and what the FBI director, Kash Patel, just put out paints a pretty clear picture there.
Brooke, thank you very much for getting us started. I want to bring in now Tom Homan, border czar, and you have been warning us about this as a country for months. You have said this on this very program. If you have just a moment to stand by, I'm going to play you saying what you knew would happen.
I said 2 months ago, Harris, that if this rhetoric didn't stop, there would be bloodshed. And I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before there's an incident where an ICE agent is going to have to take a life or an ICE agent is going to lose a life. Being compared to Nazis and racists, that it's going to end with a use of force, that either a criminal is going to die or an officer is going to die. It's going to end up with a loss of life, and it's not over. I mean, the rhetoric has to end. But the rhetoric needs to be tapped down, or you're going to see more bloodshed. I called it 2 months ago, and unfortunately, I was right.
And then now, the new chapter of a detainee being the person who was killed and another detainee, a couple of them wounded in all of this. Your first reaction?
I wish I was wrong, but I've seen this movie before. I've been doing this, Harris, since 1984. I got over 4 decades doing this job, and I've seen this movie before. I've never seen it this bad, but you know, the rhetoric is what's causing all this hate, and it convinces that small percentage on the left that hate ICE to take action. When they have a congressman or someone that ran for vice president of the United States comparing ICE to Nazis, that gives some of these nuts and emboldens them to take action. And there's been 3 shootings in Texas alone. There's a gunman that showed up at Border Patrol facility and started shooting at them. He picked the wrong facility. He picked a SWAT facility, and those officers end up taking his life. Then there's a shooting just south of Dallas where they attacked an ICE facility and 1 officer was shot in the neck. Then this latest incident.
Yeah, you guys, we got to keep on moving forward. I'm hoping that all of this stuff comes to an end. I understand that people are getting paid off, but don't fan the flames and don't fan the fire. If y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting right now, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up and give me all the money in your pockets. I'm just playing with you because you know I got a little bit of coffee in the kitchen, right? Plus, I understand that it's hard out here for a pimp, so everybody ain't got it like that to be hitting you off with dough, Bugatti. Everybody ain't got $20 to give you like dot focus. You feel me? But dot focus, guess what? I appreciate you, and I hope that music is banging. Y'all need to go check out Dot Focus music. Got some heat for y'all. Yo, check that out. Check out Dot Focus. Don't sleep. All platforms, too. It's not a game. All right, y'all, let's keep on moving forward. We got to get over to the FBI because they shared their 50 most wanted in Chicago. I don't know if it's their 50 most wanted, but yeah, they letting everybody know who's wanted in Chicago.
As the FBI says, the work is not done.
The agency's local field office is sharing its Chicago's most wanted list. WGN's Courtney Spinelli says it wants to call attention to cases with suspects still on the run.
Show me your hands. Get on the ground. Do it now.
A 23-year-old wanted in a murder in South suburban Riverdale, recently caught nearly 3 hours away in Menasha, Wisconsin. Calvin Hutchinson, among 7 other fugitives, landing themselves on the Chicago Most Wanted list.
Do it now.
Echo 18, we got 2 at gunpoint.
What's going on?
The FBI Chicago says it worked with local, state, and federal agencies to identify and track down wanted criminals deemed most dangerous as part of Operation Summer Heat. 25 people were caught during the 4-day op, but 8 others, now 7 with Hutchinson's arrest, were still on the run.
So the thought is that we can put them together and kind of focus our efforts, focus the public's efforts and resources as well on trying to identify or trying to apprehend these 7 individuals.
Chicago is no joke, but I think that the Trump administration was probably smart by not sending the National Guard there, because all you need is for something to happen, and then all they'll do is probably blame the soldiers or something. That's how I look at it. Plus, it could have got really bad when it came down to mobs, crazy people like this that actually have almost the same ammunition and the same weaponry as our soldiers as well as the police officers. So I don't think that would have been so smart. Not trying to say that they don't need to get some sort of stability going on over there, but they really need to focus on how to do it. I think they do need to join in with the police, because the police actually know where these guys are at much more, and then probably support them. That's just my thoughts on it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Supervisory Special Agents Jeremy Reesar and Michael Goldberg say the fugitives, many who have lengthy criminal records, are considered a threat to public safety.
And the sooner that we can work together to get them off of the streets and into custody, the safer that our neighborhoods will be.
Tracking down Hutchinson involved a handful of agencies, not uncommon for the FBI given how often suspects flee the state and country.
We were able to come up with the plan of what's called an open air takedown, where the officers basically converged on them from all sides.
The others on the list represent cases still haunting communities, families still yearning for justice, loved ones of murdered National Guard member Chris Carvajal included.
It is hard every single day. I never give up.
The 19-year-old was gunned down in the city's Belmont-Cragen neighborhood in 2021 while leaving a party. Alleged gang member Joseph Matos and an accomplice are accused of killing Carvajal to keep and increase their status in a Northside gang.
Stupidity, and they want to keep it going. It's all nonsense, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, they don't call it Chirac for nothing. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. We like to bring you stories from everywhere. Now we got to get on over to Trump, where he jokes that he tried to get Somalia to take back Representative Ilhan Omar. He said that he claims that they said no, they didn't want her back. I swear to you, this is one president that says whatever he wants, razor sharp with the tongue. I've never saw a president talk to people like this. This is crazy.
Jasmine, remember what I said? Is she a relation to the late, great Davy Crockett? I don't think so. Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you, before you even ask, she's a very low IQ person. I mean, if we ever had to pass an aptitude test, that's the one should take one, because she shouldn't even be in the crowd. So I have no idea what you're going to, but I don't think we should waste our time. This is a low IQ person who I can't even believe is a congressperson. Between her and Ilhan Omar and the group. You know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back. And he didn't want her. He said, I don't want her. Okay, what else? Go ahead. Let's hear what.
I'm telling you, what other presidents talk like this guy, man? I'm talking about always providing information and content. Look at y'all. I'm telling you, like, look at y'all right there. Y'all like, yo, this dude is a mess. We got to get on over to this former Tennessee House Speaker, Glenn Cassidy, who was sentenced in prison for corruption. Yep, taking money, accounts. Oh, he made the fake account to wash money with some of his administration people, and they're getting in trouble too. Yeah, they find ways to make that money move around, but the way that they do it, once you follow the money, you find the situation.
Afternoon sentenced to 3 years in federal prison after being convicted in a Capitol Hill corruption case.
Well, he and a former aide created a fake company to send political mail pieces, and Cassidy used his position to get Republican state lawmakers to use it.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar covered Cassidy's hearing and is live outside the federal courthouse to break things down for us.
Well, Karen, the prosecution wanted a hard slap on the wrist for Cassidy, but that didn't exactly happen.
That's right, Megan. Well, the defense wanted the former Speaker of the House to get probation, while the government wanted a 5-year sentence. However, the judge ultimately decided on a 3-year sentence. Tuesday, a judge ruled former Tennessee Speaker of the House, Glenn Cassida, should
Smiling all the way to jail, fronting too. He like this. I gotta act like everything is okay right now because I'm about to get my ass locked up for this bullshit I just did. With all these cameras on here, I can't be acting like they ain't get me. Yeah, you already know where he going right there. You see that hard piece of metal right there with that Ritz cracker mattress. Ooh, his back gonna be on crackle. He gonna be like this when he get out. Oh, please help me. He better get some commissary and buy another mattress off somebody.
serve a federal prison term of 3 years. He was also given a $30,000 fine and a 1 year of supervised release.
Mr. Cassida, do you still believe this is a witch hunt, or are you sorry for what you did?
In May, a jury convicted him and his one-time aide, Cade Cothran, of multiple charges, including money laundering, honest services wire fraud, and bribery.
Okay.
Because Cassida was a public official, the judge doled out a harsher term than Cothran's 2.5-year sentence. Multiple witnesses, including Cassida's wife, Michelle, testified, hoping to convince the judge to keep the former Tennessee Speaker out of prison. The judge considered it, but made his decision based.
No, you out of there, bro. Just like this another dude right here, Kwame Kilpatrick. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Not only are they already locked him up and got him, they going after his family. Yes, I'm not playing in Detroit. They going after his family. Detroit, they target the former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick's family and his friends. So if he ever gave any one of you guys a gift, you ever got a gift from Kwame Kilpatrick? Anybody in his comments? Because if you ever got a gift from this guy, you might be getting a visit from the FBI. Let's go, y'all.
CBS News Detroit has learned that federal prosecutors are now targeting family and friends of Kwame Kilpatrick to try to claw back the money he owes the city of Detroit.
The move comes more than a decade after the former Detroit mayor was convicted of racketeering, conspiracy, fraud, extortion, and tax crimes. CBS News Detroit's Julia Avant poured over these new court documents and joins us in the studio with the details. Julia?
Right. The federal government has gone to the extent of taking the money owed directly from some of these men's paychecks, while one person is actively trying to avoid making payments towards his debt. But the question is, after all these years, why now?
Why now is because it's possible.
Former federal prosecutor Rick Convertino had a front row seat to the former Detroit mayor's career.
When I was in the U.S. Attorney's office, and he would come on occasion to the U.S. Attorney's office, and it would be like, as if the President of the United States were there.
But he says the legal system proved power doesn't trump the law when he was sentenced. However, after Kilpatrick was pardoned by President Donald Trump in 2021, Convertino is unsure if he still has to pay the hundreds of thousands of dollars he still owes.
They went after his father. They said his father already paid back $30,000. They garnishing his wages. What you talking about? Snitches get stitches. I ain't telling on nobody. I'm just reporting the news. Ain't got nothing to do with me. We got to keep on moving forward now because we got this full briefing of the family of the late Virginia Giuffre. They want Jeffrey Epstein's information to be released. I got to turn this mic all the way up for this because on every platform, they allowed them to use some holly oven / what do you call that thing when you're doing karaoke machine microphone? Oh no, you know what? I want to get into this real quick. Something that a lot of us haven't had a chance to do. I've never actually really saw Charlie Kirk go back and forth with anyone. Never actually saw what his message was about. We don't have a lot of time to watch the whole episode, but sometimes, yeah, I reflect on the person. Still got my mother's phone number in my cell phone, y'all. Still think about people. So sometimes I like to do things like this. And I have no opinion at all, right or wrong. But I like to show you how people were when they were alive.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Imagine playing my clip when I need you to play it.
They actually have nothing one to do with the other. One's a repeal of a policy. One is your critique of a cabinet. So which one would you rather debate? Would you rather debate DEI and all of its implications or Trump's cabinet? It seems like you have more problems with Trump's cabinet because we actually might be on the same side of meritocracy. So want to talk about the cabinet? Whichever you
Yeah,
prefer.
we can talk about it.
All
I
right.
personally don't
So-
see it as a red herring, but we can talk about that.
Well,
sure.
yeah, one doesn't have anything to do with the other, right? I mean, you can personally have hypocrisy in your own life and still do really good things in policy, right? It doesn't necessarily equate, right?
Well, I mean, in the way that I see it is that when a lot of people talk about, like when they're talking about their choice to vote for Kamala or Trump instead of Kamala, they talk about the personal aspects of Donald Trump that make them want to trust him, right? A lot of people trust him. You can see the way that people look. I mean, everybody's wearing the MAGA hats.
People say that this was the one point the people that did like him, they say they liked him because of this, where he would actually give you a platform and a voice to speak against or to say what you wanted to say, kind of like what we do here. But I guess he would actually give, a lot of his opinion as well, which is what I try to stay away from.
Right? We have Kristi Noem, who was an accomplished congresswoman and governor from a major state running Department of Homeland Security. You have Howard Lutnick, who's a very famous and well-known financial mind and titan from Wall Street running Cantor Fitzgerald. Marco Rubio.
So no matter what you thought of the person, he still, had a message, had a voice, and had people that loved him and people that didn't like him as well, just to be honest about it. Both sides. Now we can get over to the full briefing of the Virginia Giuffre family, you guys. Let's go. Hopefully we can work something out with this audio because I would like to let them get to say what they want to say. But it's so poor. Oh, Jesus, so poor. It's like a karaoke machine. Why? Just move to the other mics.
First of all, I just wanted to thank everyone for being here and joining us this evening, everyone that helped put this together. Thank you for this community that we have so much pride being a part of. Thank you guys for being here and showing
Everything
your
is
support.
all the way up, y'all.
My name is Amanda Roberts, and I stand before you today not only as Virginia Giuffre's sister-in-law, but as a proud member of a family forever changed by her courage, resilience, and unwavering commitment to justice. Being Virginia's sister-in-law has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. She was a beacon of strength, and in the wake of her passing, we carry a heavy mantle, the weight of her legacy. Together, as a family and community, we choose to shoulder this responsibility. Today, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to every single Democratic representative who has signed the petition without hesitation for transparency regarding the Epstein files. Your support means the world to us, and it is a testament to your commitment to justice for survivors. I also want to acknowledge the 4 brave Republican representatives who stood with us. Representatives Thomas Massey, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Nancy Mace.
Okay, guys, that's the family of the late Virginia Giuffre. They basically asking for them to go ahead and release the information. No more files are they asking for. Excuse me, guys. Yes, that was the family right there. They're not asking for files anymore. They want all information. They're like, whatever you got, just give it to us. Because now when we nestle this thing into just files, you guys try to have tunnel vision and only concentrate on files. How about we say hell with files and we get everything that you guys got? What y'all got for me in the comments over here? Reasons from 2 million to succeed. Thank you, L and J. Happy birthday, Sheena. Hey, happy birthday, Sheena. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Now do your boy a favor and get them likes up because I'm sweating bullets up in here, holding my mic to the mic so y'all can hear what you have to hear. And we just do what we got to do sometimes. Y'all know how it is. Like I always try to tell you guys, sometimes you got to leave it on the field. As a matter of fact, always leave it on the field and think about people that was behind you as you're working. Your mother, your father, people that was always there for you. When you're thinking about giving up, think about stuff like that. We keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going to get over to what we got over here. I got more for you guys. Y'all know we got a fully loaded clip. We got more. We got authorities in Washington. They seized these ills over 100 times more potent than fentanyl. I really need you guys to pay attention to this right now. Probably one of the most important stories that we're playing this morning. Really need you guys to check this out right now. Check it out, y'all. Let's go.
A deadly warning tonight from the DEA in Seattle after more than 50,000 pills containing carfentanil were recently seized. Carfentanil is 100 times more deadly than fentanyl. Just a microscopic amount can kill you. It's the first time agents have seen the fake M30 pills here that are just carfentanil with a filler, no fentanyl. I talked with DEA Special Agent in Charge Dave Reams about the threat they pose.
Carfentanil is fentanyl on steroids.
This graphic demonstrates just how lethal a dose of carfentanil can be. 2 milligrams of fentanyl seen on the tip of the pencil on the left can kill you, while just 0.02 milligrams of carfentanil shown on the right can be fatal.
Carfentanil is not designed for human consumption. Carfentanil is made to tranquilize elephants in a veterinary setting. So it's an elephant tranquilizer.
Last week, the DEA, ATF, Federal Way Police, and Centralia Police seized 50,208 pills from a suspect at a gas station in Centralia.
This could have been a tragic event if this load had come through the Seattle-Tacoma area.
Yeah. So how do addicts know the difference?
See, these pills looked exactly the same as the blue M30s that you typically see with fentanyl. In fact, when we seized them, we thought it was fentanyl. We only found out it was carfentanil when we sent it to the lab because even trained DEA agents couldn't tell the difference.
Crazy.
In recent years, carfentanil has been found mixed in with other drugs to make them more powerful. The King County Medical Examiner's Office reports 6 carfentanil-related overdoses in 2024 and 4 so far in 2025. That number could have quickly skyrocketed if these pills had hit the streets. And would Narcan even work on this?
No.
Narcan would work on this opiate, but it's so potent, so powerful, so deadly that it might take more than one dose, might take multiple doses, might take more doses than someone would have.
He says this shipment was trafficked here from Mexico by the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG, designated by President Trump as a foreign terrorist organization.
Now see why.
Agents say El Mencho is the wanted leader.
The CJNG is a ruthless cartel. Their only purpose in life is to make money profiting from the misery of our communities. So we are cracking down on CJNG this week.
Normally, you keep these operations under wraps until they're over. Why be so public about it now?
Because it's a huge public safety threat. It's a huge public health crisis. And DEA is doing all we can in every sphere, with both enforcement and outreach and media, everything we can do. We're trying to use every tool at our disposal to combat CJNG.
The driver accused of trafficking the pills, Nathaniel Washington, was arrested and is facing federal charges. But he may not be the only one bringing this deadly drug here. What is the possibility that other carfentanil has made its way to Western Washington?
It's certainly possible. We didn't even know this was carfentanil when we seized it. So chances are strong that there's more carfentanil like this out in the world, which just reinforces the message that you should not take any pill that's not prescribed for you.
All right, y'all. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do after that one. That's that. You out of there. Out of there. Because even if they hit you, okay, he coming back. Got another one? That's like a sentence right there. Don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. Leave it alone. If you got to do something, we're coming in the party with the spliffers and see. It probably take you exactly where you want to be. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. We got to go on over to Louisville, where the police, they crush, and I know a lot of y'all gonna be mad about this one. All of you guys that like that. Y'all like the Hellcat stuff where everybody be driving around, swinging the back of the car, probably knock somebody to the side that's trying to do a video. Y'all seen that before, right? Well, guess what? In Louisville, they tired of it. These leaders crush a $100,000 Hellcat during the Deter Illegal Street Gang Racing summit something that they had going on. They're trying to deter illegal street gang rush.
LMPD crushed this seized car today. The $100,000 Hellcat Durango is now mangled metal.
WDRB's Samantha Condra tells us the message police are sending to stop illegal street racing.
I know somebody mad right now.
This is the aftermath. A car valued at $100,000 crushed. LMPD says the reasoning is to put a stop to street racing and street takeovers in Louisville.
We will seize your car, and if it's not legal for the streets, we will crush it.
Symbolic. That's what Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg and LMPD Chief Paul Humphrey called this public crushing of the confiscated car.
This is a message to people who want to go out here and participate in this dangerous behavior, that we are not going to tolerate it on the streets of Louisville.
Humphrey says so far this year, LMPD has seized 35 cars compared to 70 in 2024. That's when LMPD took more illegal street racing cars off the streets than any other year in Louisville's history.
They get to the intersection in New York and start doing donuts. It's kind of crazy, man. I'd be like, yo, y'all don't be scared that y'all gonna hit somebody or do whatever. They don't care. They go, you're like, oh, I guess that's the new thing. How many of y'all in the comments be doing that? How many of y'all in the chat got a souped up Hellcat? I know one of y'all, hey, I ain't gonna call nobody out. I don't even want to get you guys in trouble if y'all be out there doing donuts and doing all of that crazy stuff. But I bet you one thing, that Hellcat right there ain't gonna do it unless they get a giant to try to pop the top back up, and it's gonna be a convertible forever. Y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting right now this Friday morning. That's right, it's Friday. Turn up, y'all, it's Friday. We made it to another week, and let's keep on moving forward. Because now, another reason why you shouldn't be on DRUGS. No rugs, no D-rugs, none. Because now we got this woman that's been accused of D-rugging and taking money from people while they're under the influence. Try to find a way to flip that.
City woman is accused of drugging and robbing 4 men. 3 of them died.
It's the latest in a string of robbery and drugging pattern cases in Manhattan. Alice Gaynor was in the courtroom for her arraignment and has details.
38-year-old Tabitha Bundrick, seen here in an undated photo from a prison pen pal website, pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of murder and also robbery, burglary, and assault. According to the indictment, in February 2024 in Upper Manhattan, Bundrick allegedly followed 34-year-old Abraham Fernandez to his West 144th Street apartment, spoke with him outside, then went upstairs and provided him fentanyl-laced drugs. He died. In September 2023 in Washington Heights, she allegedly met 39-year-old Miguel Naves and went back to his apartment on West 158th Street, where she provided fentanyl-laced drugs as well. He also died. And in April 2023 in Washington Heights, authorities say Bundrick approached 2 men in the street under the guise of selling them soap. She allegedly offered to have sex in exchange for money and led them to an empty apartment on West 159th Street she broke into. Prosecutors say she offered the men what she claimed was cocaine, but was really fentanyl. The next morning, one of the men woke up with no recollection, personal items missing, and found his friend, Mario Polon, dead beside him. In all incidents, it's alleged
she robbed them of personal belongings, including their phones, money, and sneakers. This type of alleged callous behavior will not be tolerated in Manhattan.
Bundrick was sentenced to 13 years in prison after taking a plea deal on federal charges. Palin's devastated family told us in Spanish that's not enough, and they're hoping for more if she's convicted on state charges. Bundrick's defense attorney told the judge she is not the cold-hearted, calculated individual people think she is, and that she has mental health issues. The Manhattan DA's office is asking anyone to come forward who thinks they, too, may have been a victim of this.
So what's talking about she's not a cold-hearted or calculated person talking about she got mental issues? You mean to tell me you done did that thing 3 times, 3 different incidents, and 3 people lost their lives? Man, in 13 years, that's it? Oh, that's crazy right there. Fellas, under the influence of trying to get some nosh wash or some of that stanky stank, it ain't always good. I'm telling you. Hey, come on over here, baby. How you doing? Come on to my house. Then they get to your crib, and the next thing you know, you out of there. No, thank you. I don't do D-rugs like that anyway. And what they talking about? She broke into an apartment. Who is this lady? She's breaking into apartments, giving people D-rugs. Luckily, she's off the streets. Let's keep on moving, y'all, because now we got to get on over to Fairfax County, where there was a burglary ring suspected of using jammers and license plate flipping tactics. I'm talking about they was on some 007 stuff over here, y'all. Anybody ever play that video game where you can do the oil slick? How many fellas used to play that video game where you be driving the car? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And then you could do the oil slick to make any cars that try to go behind you, they slide off the road. You guys know what I'm talking about. Very old video game, but that's what this remind me of. Some old crazy 007 sort of tactics that they had going on.
Police telling 7 News tonight they have busted an organized ring of burglars who were using some pretty high-tech tactics. Carl Willis with the warning for all of us tonight.
From prowling through a home in this quiet Kingstown neighborhood last Wednesday to being thrown behind bars for a burglary, police say these 3 men may be tied to a larger ring. Burglary victim Andy Chin says the suspects slipped right past his security system, and it wasn't the first time.
They have some really good technology. They would do the same house multiple times.
Chin, whose family owns a restaurant, says this is the 3rd time their home has been targeted. When police busted the suspects, they say they found items consistent with an organized burglary crew, including license plate flippers that can help them escape police and Wi-Fi and cell phone jammers to bypass security cameras.
It's definitely annoying, you know, like it's just like we have security cameras, you know, the whole point of having a security camera and having that system embedded into our house was to prevent this from happening.
Despite those devices, including that tag flipper, the suspects were not able to keep police off their tails. Detectives say they identified a vehicle that was in this neighborhood and connected it to the burglary.
They're able to commit this type of crime and repeatedly do it and have an organization of people doing it in multiple states. It just means that this is not going to be the last time.
Right. The suspects, ranging in age from 27 to 38, are wanted in connection to burglaries in multiple states. And police are now looking into links to other burglaries in Fairfax County.
It's a shame they didn't put that much effort into something positive. The lengths that that someone would actually go through to try to get what they want.
The next step for us is either move out or really just increase security, but because this is not really a home anymore.
Police urge residents to hardwire security cameras to prevent jammers and to report suspicious people or vehicles immediately.
I know exactly what he meant when he said that. This is not exactly a home anymore. Like, my apartment has gotten robbed several times, and it always happened by somebody that I knew. And every time you come back, you feel like you've been violated. You don't want to be there anymore, especially when your stuff has been ransacked and people have been through all your private things, especially when they've taken things. So I can understand that. Terrible event right there, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward. And yeah, all sorts of tactics that they're going through right now, you guys. What y'all got? Fam, we're a little old talking about this game. Shh. Stop it. How Biggie Small says it? Bow. Stay in your place. Sewing Latigra's on my shirt. Bow. Stay in your place. Don't be telling nobody over here. And then Ace Ventura. I'd have you know that you need to stay the hell out of my affairs. When you know what I'm talking about, right? Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, when he thought that the lieutenant was a woman and wound up being a male, and he put like gum in his mouth. Yo, we got to keep on moving forward right now. The Kenosha, the retail. Oh, we got this other retail theft ring that's tied to the Mexican cartel. It ends with 8 being arrested. So now they got a ring going out there, you guys. This is when they didn't care about getting arrested for going into stores and just taking people's merchandise and stuff like that. They had it organized.
Retail theft ring busted in Kenosha. Investigators say these 8 people have ties to a Mexican cartel. The group is accused of targeting high-end stores to score thousands in stolen merchandise. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard with that story.
A startling wake-up call
He's not playing, bro.
as SWAT teams swarmed a Kenosha neighborhood last spring.
I want to say it was like 5, 6 a.m. I had heard like a loud boom. They were all suited up. They had AR-15s. I mean, you could just tell. They had shields. I honestly heard them throw, I believe it was like a flashbang.
This neighbor, who did not want to be identified, describing those armed investigators busting into one apartment. The reason a mystery until now.
hearing that my neighbors were a part of this, it's just crazy to me.
The Kenosha County Sheriff's Office arresting 8 people they say are connected to a Mexican cartel responsible for stealing thousands of dollars worth of clothing from stores like Lululemon, Nike, American Eagle, and Victoria's Secret. The Sheriff's Office sharing these photos of their loot from the apartment search.
During the search, investigators also found a U-Haul rental agreement, bringing them to this Kenosha storage center. In a particular unit, they found another 137 stolen items, totaling more than $16,000.
So yeah, they was working with some people. They was organized. They was getting it back. They don't care. They was getting slaps on the wrist during this time. You guys know what I'm talking about. Nobody was really getting locked up for retail thieves neft. Come on, let's get on over to Bangkok where we got this terrible, tragic, terrifying moment where a giant sinkhole opened up in the front of a hospital, y'all. This is crazy right here. Let's go. Let's keep on moving. This is a terrifying moment of a portion of a busy road in Bangkok collapsed on Wednesday, leaving a 160-foot deep sinkhole in the ground. Talking about poor workmanship, huh? Lucky wasn't no cars there during that. They go to pipes bursting. Dramatic footage showed the road giving way in front of H+our Hospital in the Thai capital, leaving pipes spewing water into the hole. I knew that was gonna happen. Now they gotta get the water out before they can do any repairs. Shut that water line down. And it looked like a drain line too. That's not even water. Vehicles were seen attempting to reverse as the floor opened up. The ground opened up, not floor. Cars is trying to reverse, but they really having a problem. I would get out of that car if I was you. Oh yes, get out. If you're not out that car already up there, you better be out of that car. Yeah, because it's going. That piece is going too. What y'all think? I think that piece gonna go too. No casualties were reported, but 3 vehicles sustained damage, according to Bangkok officials. That one on the edge right there, you might as well let them have that. I don't even want that car no more. Who gonna go over there and reverse that car? You could have it if you reverse it. Anybody want it? I'm good. No, thank you. Keep it for the sinkhole. I'm good, y'all. We got to keep on moving on. What y'all got for me in the comments? What you got? St. John is here. What's good, Jay? What's good? Damn, exactly. That was crazy right there. Sounds like a water pipe burst and cleared away the soil under the road. It kind of looks like that. Maybe that's what happened. It ain't pink. It ain't pink though. Keep on moving forward, y'all. We got to go over to David Fry as he takes a 99-mile-per-hour fastball to the face. Come on, y'all. We do everything over here. We go everywhere. We follow everything. If it's news, it's getting a view hour, y'all. That's fast. That's a fastball right there. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, that probably broke a little bit of the speed by it hitting the bat a little bit, but still, that was crazy. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. How many of you guys like D.L. Hughley? You ever see The Kings of Comedy? Check this out. D.L. Hughley defends calling Charlie Kirk a horrible human and being I don't even want to say it, after he lost his life. That's why I said it that way, because it's just like some of this stuff I can't say because of the clip itself and because of what they say. I don't believe in it. So I'm going to let them say it.
So I got a question for you. If you could clear things up. People online are saying they're not happy with what you said about Charlie Kirk, that he's a horrible human being after his assassination. You do believe that? I was clear. But what the country's calling for civility after what happened.
Let's be clear. The country isn't calling for civility. The very leader of this country today was mocking the president, a former president, for having cancer, telling him not to feel bad. So the leadership of this country is not calling for civility. I have said very plainly, I do not think that young man should have lost his life. That doesn't negate the horrible things that he said that hurt people that look like him. So I'm unequivocal. I've been clear about what I said. I certainly do not think that man should have lost his life for what he said. But I thought that what he said was deplorable. And I think that anybody that pretends like you can't tell me you heard didn't hear what he said, but you heard what Jimmy Kimmel said. That's unreasonable. And you can't tell me that we're calling for civility. One time, has this president called for civility at all? No. At all. Not even the olive branch. He said today, I'm supposed to be better than I know.
What did you think of the Democrats who voted against that resolution in the House to honor Charlie Kirk? Do you think it's okay just to honor the fact that he debated the other side and was open to? I mean, even Van Jones said he invited him on his show.
Let's not bring Van Jones into a conversation where that's probably the wrong messenger to speak to me about. I think that, and I'll be clear, I think every man has the right to express himself. I think things that he said, I don't believe that just because a pilot is black, he's unqualified. I don't believe that women don't possess the brain power to be intelligent enough to not have set aside to be responsible for their job. I don't believe that black people are responsible for most of the violence in this country.
Keep on moving, you guys. That was another side of it. Y'all always talking about, oh, why you always play Fox? How come you don't play? I play all sides of the coin. I play everything over here. Fox, MSNBC, BBC, PBS. We play everything. ABC, CBS, all of it. Everything. If it's news, we play it. Sky News, everything. Now we got some more news that we got coming in from Los Angeles with some updates on Celeste. This one liquor store owner said that he saw her get into a car outside of the liquor store. And he basically saw her go there a lot. It seemed like she frequented this liquor store a lot. We're talking about the girl that they found inside of the Tesla that was registered to the singer David.
Celeste also ran away in March, and then again for a third time, the final time in April. We know from a missing poster that was circulated back then that police were on the case. But you would think after the first incident, when they got her in the Hollywood Hills and brought her home, you'd think they'd know where to look when she took off a second time, and then a third time. When Celeste was in Lake Elsinore, she hung out a lot at this store. It says liquor store, but it's actually a liquor and convenience store, and the school bus actually stops right by it. So our producer decided to pay a visit and stop by to take a look, because this location is key in this case. It is key in Celeste's story, because it's one of the last known locations where Celeste was seen before disappearing the second time in March of 2024. And it is also the place where her family came looking for her. The owner of the store remembers seeing Celeste often and reportedly gave her family video from his security cameras during one of the instances when she ran away and they came to ask him for help. Have you seen her? Can you show us your video? You're going to hear a lot more about what was on that video in just a moment, so stay right where you are. And I want to be really clear about one thing, okay? It has not been definitively proven that David and Celeste ever met at all, though online videos and pictures and chats and conversations and live streams, they sure seem to prove and show otherwise. What is definitively proven is that Celeste had a boyfriend named David, and that the singer apparently had a girlfriend named Celeste.
Thank you, Greg.
Let's also remember that David has not been charged with any crime. David has not been named a suspect. David has not even been named a person of interest. And no one that we know of is in Entourage has been named a person of interest either.
I tell you one person that's the person of interest. Sorry to hear about Celeste. We pray for her every time we do this show, but another person that's the person of interest right now is what y'all want to do? You want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers? Yes, he is back in the news. Sean P. Diddy Combs. Someone else is accusing him, yes, of SA and more. Check this out, you guys. Another lawsuit's coming, and it has Sean Diddy Combs' name on it.
And another lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs. This time, a former stylist claims to be Diddy's victim in a case of sexual harassment and physical abuse. We're talking about someone named Deontay Nash, was one of the witnesses, by the way, in the trial against Mr. Combs. He alleges that Combs turned his dream of working in entertainment into a nightmare. So in the lawsuit, he claims Combs assaulted him, stalked him, and threatened him during 10 years of employment. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman covering the first Diddy trial, where the entertainer got off on some of the bigger charges. So walk us through these newest claims, Katrina.
Reed, so he outlines allegations of battery, assault, sexual violence, physical and psychological abuse, labor trafficking, he says. And a lot of what Deontay Nash says in this complaint
Look at Casey,
mirrors
surprise, it's a
testimony
man.
that we heard during that trial, both from Nash and from others, like Sean Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who was a key witness at that trial. Deontay Nash is also a stylist who worked very closely with Ventura, and his testimony at that trial really bolstered what she had to say. But he talks in this complaint, Reed, about fearing for his life, not just while he was working for Sean Combs, but afterwards. He tells stories about physical violence, about a time where he actually had to drive 100 miles an hour to try to escape Mr. Combs, and says he didn't call the police because he worried that that would be a death sentence. Now, our correspondent, Jerika Duncan, has actually talked to Deontay Nash. She's planning to sit down with him, and she said that he stands by what is in this document, and he says that to this day, he is still processing what happened to him.
For 10 years, man. Okay, 10 years you've been dealing with that. I would have probably got caught or quit, got up out of that industry or did something different, Deontay. Also, I'm not blaming and I'm not victim shaming or nothing like that, because some people wind up getting stuck in a cycle of something because they become dependent. I don't know what the reason could have been, but I see it as being another case against Diddy. I just don't see it being able to stick, especially because we done heard everything. We've heard it all. You guys know what I'm talking about. Men, women. Surprised I ain't talking about no animals. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. And I'm just, yeah. Trump replaces Biden's patriot pen. I'm sorry. Trump replaces Biden's portrait with a photo of the auto pen. This guy just don't stop. I'm talking about he just don't stop.
Here we go. The White House unveiling the new Presidential Walk of Fame featuring framed portraits of the U.S. presidents. But take a look. President Biden's photo isn't exactly showing his good side or any side. President Trump decided to use a picture of an auto pen instead for his predecessor.
That's true. It's up there. Fox News contributor and senior writer for the Washington Examiner, Joe Concha, joins us now. Joe, this is President Trump's humor on full display. What do you think about this?
Well, if you were one of the tens watching CNN last night, which has more employees than actual viewers at this point, guys, let's just say they did not find the humor in all of this. Abby Phillip saying, oh, wow, that's hilarious, before saying that it was beneath the office to do so. Do you know what's really beneath the office, to answer your question, Carly? Having faceless, unelected bureaucrats running the country for a president who clearly was not, and then trying to cover it all up. I am certain that is not only beneath the office, but one of the biggest scandals of our lifetimes. And this is the ultimate troll from Trump again. But it's also a reminder that we should never forget what happened during the Biden era. And
that's crazy right there. Only him. It's like, all right, instead of putting Biden there, why don't we actually put a picture of the auto pen, since that's who the president was anyway? Ooh, he went in on that one. Y'all do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm the only one that's showing y'all stuff like this. At 6 in the morning, start pooling at 3, sequencing to make sure that we on point and we got the up-to-date content. Even if you go search the other news, we still gonna be ahead of them. That's how we do it over here. We got the #1 co-host on YouTube platform and in the world. And yes, we are #1 here at Our Bottom Line for this slot, because we ain't no joke. We used to let the mic smoke. Now we slam it when it's done and make sure it's broke. Let's go, y'all. Keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to this Maryland woman who says she was derugged and kidnapped during an Africa vacation. Okay, y'all. Be careful about where y'all go on vacation, because sometimes I used to worry about stuff like this. You go on, they used to say, go on vacation and wind up on probation. I'd rather wind up on probation than where she wound up at. Check this out, you guys. She went to Africa and it wasn't so good on her vacation.
A Maryland woman says she was drugged and kidnapped on vacation in Africa and barely escaped with her life.
She's just gotten home, and tonight she shares her story with Bob Barnard.
I don't know what happened to me.
Just know I was trying to fight. I was fighting for my life, a grown-ass man. I was fighting for my life, you know what I'm saying?
We met best friends Mika and Queen at Mika's home in Montgomery County. They just got home Tuesday from what was supposed to be another one of their adventurous week-long vacations, this time to Tunisia. That's in northern Africa.
It was traumatizing. Like, even here, like now, like she got her own house, I got my own place. We stayed together. Like, we still scared because it's like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if y'all...
Mika says this past Saturday night, after returning from a club, she was drugged and kidnapped from her hotel after going to the lobby to get some tissues.
The next day...
Somebody in the comments, you really gonna go there, Nina? So what? Yes, I do not get paid a lot for this. What did Nina says? That one chick? There's no way you're getting paid nearly enough to be doing this. And how do you look so serious? Because I'm serious about what I'm doing. You just answered your own question. And no, as you can see, we don't get no money from doing this at all. Sometimes we get some money, sometimes we don't. This is a self-funded platform. A lot of times we got hardworking people in the comments, people that just don't have it like that. So Nina, I hope that answered your question. And sometimes they look out and I appreciate every single thing that they give me. How about that? Keep on moving forward. And they bought my other suit last week. How about that?
I remember I'm in the back of a car and I just start opening doors. I start panicking. I'm opening doors. I'm trying to get out.
She says a man was behind the wheel.
He's trying to pull me back in the car. I'm yelling, help, help,
Whoa.
Somebody help me. He's covering my mouth. That's where these scratches is from. He punching me all right here. I don't know if thought he was going to knock me out, but I kept fighting. It was nothing. It had to be angels or something with me for me to, it's a grown man. He's punching me in my face, on my forehead, and both of my eyes, he's punching me. So I'm like, I just kept thinking I gotta get back home to my kids. Like, I just gotta get back home to my kids. So I just kept fighting. We're fighting. He's hitting me. We're gonna blow for blow. He's hitting me. I'm hitting him.
Queen was back at the hotel, the Penthouse Suites Hotel in Tunis. This is from its website. She says they were less than helpful.
And I'm running around the hotel looking for her. And like, bro, y'all want to tell me where she is? Like, what's going on? What's going on? And they started telling me like, oh, she left with this person, or she left with this person, or she made a friend. And I'm like, how can she make a friend? She doesn't speak these languages.
Mika has 2 black eyes, scrapes on her arms, and other injuries. She was able to get away and frantically make it back to the hotel.
All I could do was like go and try to get help and go downstairs and beg for help like, please, y'all help me. She was hurt. Please help me, please. I have videos. They're like walking away. They like, this didn't happen here. We don't know what you're talking about.
They called the U.S. Embassy in Tunis and were soon met by embassy staff and local police. Mika sharing her story on TikTok and Instagram.
They really tried to kidnap me.
Y'all be careful over there going to all these foreign countries thinking that you're going to have a good time, especially you're not doing no research, not knowing. Like, talk to some people that been there before. What do you know about Tunisia? What do you know about Liberia? What do you know about, Colombia? Ask these people before you visit these places and do some research. Because I bet you a gang of people say, stay away from this neighborhood, stay away from that neighborhood. Matter of fact, don't go to that part, go over here. When I say I'm going to Jamaica, they be like, you better stay in the tourist areas because anywhere else you might get a lunch, you might get chopped. Especially if you're wearing a ring or something like that. They're going to come back with your finger and your ring. They don't care about you. Keep on moving forward. We got to get over to Eric Cantu that's been arrested again for allegedly slamming and nicking someone in their dome piece in 2024 on this assault that people say. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We're having a fantastic Friday morning, and I hope everybody's out there doing good. Let's go.
Man who survived a shooting by a San Antonio police officer 3 years ago is once again under arrest.
Eric Cantu was arrested on Friday for alleged assault from last year, in which investigators say he stomped on a woman's head at a gas station.
Our Garrett Berger was at that gas station this evening, joining us live now. So walk us through, Garrett, what happened in this latest case?
Well, Myra, according to this affidavit, it happened at these pumps over here at the Shell station at 410 and Roosevelt almost a year ago in the early hours of the morning. Witnesses say they saw Cantu pull a woman out of the car by her hair, punching her, kicking her, even stomping on her head before taking off in the car. Now, it's not entirely clear what led up to the assault. The woman was intoxicated and didn't remember how she exited the vehicle. But she told police she was screaming and Cantu was shaking her and telling her to shut up before punching her arms. Cantu had apparently picked her up at a party earlier in the evening after she left because of nearby gunfire.
A friend of the victim said Cantu was trying to get the woman in his car, saying, quote, "I'm Eric Cantu. I'm Eric Cantu. Look me up on Safari." One of the witnesses at the gas station said they knew Cantu or recognized Cantu from TV coverage and an altercation with the witness's brother. The car at the gas station was linked to Cantu, and the victim ID'd him in a photo lineup, saying, quote, "I remember his face when he was hitting me."
Hey, that don't mean that he wasn't trying to do something else besides that. He probably was trying to take her for one of those, I can't say the word, y'all, but y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all already saying it in the comments. Weirdo, mofo, and I can't say that other word. That's probably what he was planning on doing, you know? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get on over to Phoenix, where the suspect in the Edley, Arizona Lyft driver, powing was arrested. Yeah, y'all got to be careful. Everybody, everywhere you go. Just what I'm trying to say is pay attention to your surroundings.
A Valley man is behind bars tonight, accused of shooting and killing a Lyft driver.
And this happened in the small East Valley town of Guadalupe on Monday morning. He was captured the next day. Fox 10's Brian Webb has the new details tonight.
One day after the killing, Maricopa County deputies spotted Lopez in Guadalupe. They say he tried to hide in a house, but a SWAT team captured him a short time later. All of this will add to his already lengthy criminal history during his relatively short lifetime.
Angel Lopez, age 2996.
That's 29-year-old Angel Lopez in front of a judge facing murder and robbery charges. The prosecutors also laid out his previous convictions, including a weapons conviction, unlawful flight, stolen vehicle, and attempted aggravated assault.
Coupled with the needless and tragic underlying events that occurred here that resulted in the death of a person, the state is asking for a $1 million cash bond.
This is the crime scene from Monday morning in Guadalupe. A woman called 911 saying that her boyfriend had shot a Lyft driver. The driver is identified as 51-year-old John Lucas. We spoke to another Lyft driver today who says he's always concerned for his safety.
You don't know who's coming in the car. And especially when it's dark outside, because it's dark and people smoke weed now. Weekend time they drink alcohol, and when it's dark outside, you don't know who's coming in the car.
Court records show the girlfriend said that Lopez had been smoking methamphetamine and hadn't slept for several days.
See, don't try to blame it on the ganja, y'all. He said it was meth. He gets people in my comments right now talking about, hey man, why your chat bought? Now weed make a man do nothing like that. They get it right. I know my people in the comments like, hey, ain't no weed make nobody do that. That was that other stuff, that amphetamine. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. I got some more heat for y'all. Let's get on down here to have some fun. Let's get into some fun right now because we've been dealing with enough stuff. Let's get over to this right here. I got some heat for y'all. Let's check this out. Do you guys like animals by any chance? Well, check this out. This is what I love to see. My favorite dog. Yes, it's my turn. We never show my favorite dog. We always show what you guys want to see. Now it's my turn. Thank you for showing up, and we're going to show out with a pit bull being rescued. That's right, you guys. This is the type of stuff that we like.
What are you doing out here, huh?
He was tied up in the park.
That was tied up on a very short leash. He was a big old boy, huh? It was a very cold, rainy, awful day. What? You want something to eat? You're big. Be a good boy. Who tied you up here, huh? Are you gonna be a good boy? What? Once he knew I was there to help him, he was just a big old baby. He finally allowed me to approach and unclip him. So we got back to the shelter with him. Yeah. He was just a snuggle bug.
Long story short, he didn't even make it to adoption. Not outside of the facility. Watch what happens.
Why are you so happy? He's like, this is awesome. Name is? Eddie. Oh, that's I like it. Was going up to everybody he could for attention and affection. Our shelter manager, while taking care of him here, fell in love and she took him home. He's enjoying being part of a family, and that's a very happy ending for that boy.
That's what I like to see. My favorite animal, pit bull. That's right, you guys. Let's also, guess what? Guess what? Y'all ready for this? We got an update on Nova's condition. He had his surgery. Nova had his surgery, y'all. The money that we put up worked.
I'm trying to, order stuff to make hanging in there. So I know what everybody here for. Y'all want to update on Nova. I called twice today. First time I called the hospital around, I think it was 1:20 or something like that, right after I had got off from work. So I called and they was giving me the update. They said that, he's doing fine. His vitals are all good. Of course, he can't control his pee. And that's how he was before he left here. So, he's just running water. So they're actually giving him fluids. No movement with the back legs. Thank you, yes. No movement at all. Thank you, Pac. Still no movement. But the one thing that concerns me, as always, as I tell y'all all the time, I'll always be worried about him eating. So he didn't eat. Thank you, yes. He had.
Yes, y'all. Nova, the money that we put up, I'm going to tell you guys how much we put up altogether. First of all, we took the monetary that we got from Harley, and then we added more money to it. So we put up about $375, $380 towards that $11,000 bill right there, you guys. Everybody in her community came together and put up a little money for Nova to have his surgery. That's what I try to teach you guys here. It's not always about how much you donate. It's the fact that you actually do donate. If you got $1 and it's 10,000 people, exactly. And guess what? Maybe somebody will make a donation for you like that the same way. Hey, such and such is having problems with their rent this month. We need to take up a donation. $1 from everybody. 700 or 800 people. Exactly. You guys do the math. There is power in numbers and power in people. And then you know what else there's power in? There's power in love. There's power in that too. Also, you guys know what I want y'all to do right now? If you're having a bad day, don't even worry about it. Check this out. Follow me right now. Do exactly what I do. Do not do the emoji. Let's do the official feeling. Let's do the motion. You ready? Do exactly what I do. Y'all ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. It's free. And it make you feel so good right there in the middle, right there. Right there. Just smile. Won't that feel good? Yeah, it's Friday, y'all. And guess what? If y'all trying to make some money, all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description, fill out one of those surveys, because you'll be able to make up to $750 today. You'll make some money, and I'll make some money too if you complete the survey. Why not? Go ahead and try to make some money, y'all. Also, y'all got a business. You might be a mobile barber, a lawn doctor. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do, but you know what? You should share your information with us, because we're going to put it in the post notification area where up to 50,000 people can see it. All you got to do is be a member and already subscribe to the channel. And you guys know what I'm going to say, right? It has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size. That's YouTube, not us, in order for it to fit there. And guess what, you guys? October the 4th coming up. Show Your Talent search. That's right. We're doing the Show Your Talent search October the 4th at Thrive's Next Superstore in the Bronx. If you guys are not in the Bronx or New York, don't worry about it. We're going to be doing it live directly from the location. And guess what? You won't miss a thing. Because guess what? I'm going to be hosting that event. That's right. And it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. This is the Show Your Talent search where you could make $250 in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island if you got the best talent. Talent's not just singing or dancing. Talent is cooking. Talent is anything that requires you to use as an art or an extra output of what you can do outside of the regular things that you do. Maybe good at it. That's a talent. And we want to show you guys that we appreciate your talent by giving you $250 when you show us your talent. That's why it's called a Show Your Talent search. You want to be a part of the talent search? All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Fill out the mailing list, and that's it, because we're going to let you know the location. We're going to be there. You guys show up and show us your talent. Hopefully you guys are there for the whole event. And like I said, whoever's not available, we're still going to be going live directly from the location. And again, we got DJ Don Dada from Black Ink Crew. She's stepping up and she's coming through again. We're going to be doing a tasting. Make sure all of you guys are 21 and older, and we're going to have some fun. Guess what, y'all? It's Friday. I know y'all people what y'all thinking. We made it. Thank God it's Friday. Friday night. I know what y'all thinking, but guess what? I want y'all to make it to Saturday. I want y'all to make it to Sunday. I want y'all to make it to Monday, because it ain't just about no weekend. We don't work for the weekend and we don't live for the weekend. We live for longevity and we live for long life and for prosperity and for goodness of ourselves as well as our family. So for everybody under the sound of my voice, I want to take the time out right now to pray for everybody. Pray for Mark Dorfman, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. We praying for Clear TV streams. Kendra Walker, as always, with that wrench. Who else we got praying for? Mad Hatter. Also, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. Luigi, praying for my brother, Mark Dorfman. Casey, Dot Focus. Everybody under the sound of my voice, want to pray for you guys. And guess what? Have a fantastic day. And with that being said, amen. Amen, you guys. And again, tomorrow's Saturday, one day before Purple Sunday. But y'all know how we do over here. Y'all could have went anyway. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock, same time, let's go. Get 'em. Peace. One.